Oh boy. Yep, door is closed. My chair is creaking, so you already know that's some good stuff. Da da da. Yes, Mike is good. Indeed, 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 indeed. Let's plug this in. Get that on my head, and of course, it is too short, so I need to get some stuff done. Let's test the emotes. Looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good, and looking good. Yes, Lord. What's good, Stoofs? What is good? Just give me a few seconds. You know, it's always a late start with these things. Ah! Always a late start with these things. Oh boy. Da 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 da. Where are you? There you are. Plug you in so that I can extend this length. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. So, let's get this party started. How's it going, everyone? My name is Monkey Jam, and this is Monkey's Grotto. And today, it is another edition of Monkey's Grotto. We'll call this a chat stream or something like that. I'm thinking about calling this place Grotto Garbage, but I'm not entirely sure yet. You can come up with names in the comments and the chat. It's really up to you. I'm honestly looking forward to what you would like to call this place, because so far, all I got is Grotto Garbage. So just help me out here a little bit. And I know I was supposed to be working on that emote for you, that nice little laughing emote, Stoofs. I am sorry. This week has been interesting, as per the title. Like, seriously, just, the lethargy, the raining, the freaking heat. God, Texas weather is amazing, am I right? Are we back? Are we live? Let's check. Hopefully we're back and hopefully we're live, because if we're not, I might actually have to create a separate emote of me shooting myself. And that requires work. So I don't really feel like doing that. I really don't. I really don't feel like doing that at fucking all. Let's check here. Let's make sure. Okay. So it seems like we're back. Are we back? Are we actually back? Okay. Woo! Hallelujah. I am God. Oh, man. So, once again, I failed to do the one thing that I keep telling myself to do, which is to switch over the freaking Wi Fi. I don't know why I keep doing this. It makes no sense. Why do I keep doing this? I don't know, people, but I'm glad that we are back. I have two streams of Wi Fi. I'm pretty sure I've explained this to you before. One is for doing things ultra fast, ultra good, and ultra smooth until it decides to kill itself. But then I actually have a secondary Wi Fi stream that's actually a lot more stable and allows me to do awesome shit like this. I have to constantly remind myself that whenever I stream, I have to switch over and basically go to the stable Wi-Fi so that situations like this doesn't happen again. But I digress. Let's get to the news, people. Now, before we get into the more light-hearted stuff, the more commentary stuff, there are some things that I have to address. And I do not like addressing them because they suck. Sad things suck. I know, news of the fucking century, but anyway, this actually did hit me in the chest, and if you aren't in the know, which I'm sure that you are, if you know anything about VTubing, but on the off chance that you don't know, I'm gonna break it down for you. There is this girl, I'm pretty sure you see it to the right of me, this nice little sprite gif of her, which, disclaimer, both the background and this nice little gif of this lovely dragon girl, I did not make. I have ripped them from the internet. If you know the author, please send them my regards. Thank you for the good work. I love pixel art, and I will rip that pixel art. However, I am a good little boy, and I don't claim things to which aren't mine. You can tell which is mine and which is actually professional. I actually dare you to see, to actually say that that stuff is mine, please. But anyway, there's this YouTuber by the name of Curio Coco. I'm pretty sure you've heard of her. She is, whew, she's honestly amazing. Probably one of the best VTubers out there. And she's associated with Hololive. So that should honestly tell you, like, how this thing goes, how influential that she is to the scene. Um, I'm a, I'm of the, I'm of the expressed opinion that Hololive wouldn't be the thing that it is without this woman. Like I like no cap, like that's my honest opinion. Hololive, the great sensation that's been sweeping the internet ever since the thing, the Kung Flu actually came about. I believe that she's actually one of the main reasons, if not the main reason, that Hololive is such a big thing in the overseas market. She's, I want to say, last I heard, she is full blooded Japanese, but she was born in Texas and actually moved over to Japan, you know, embrace her homeland and everything like that. And then she got into VTubing, which is pretty neat, if I do say so myself. That's actually pretty cool that, she's Texas born, Texas gang, all day, every day. But I digress. And I'm trying to find the news so that, I can show you guys, because I hate talking about things and then not showing you, because it honestly just irritates me, just looking at my monkey face and not knowing what the hell I'm talking about. I understand sometimes I could get a little boring, and sometimes you need something to, take a look at. So don't mind me as I scroll through Twitter, because once again, I am a professional. And my man, well, I call him G Roy, but I'm pretty sure he pronounces it differently. Shout out to my man G Roy. I love you, dude. I love you so much, my man. Let's see if we can actually break out the announcement. My God, this man is such a VTuber simp. He floods his goddamn Twitter with this stuff. So once again, I can barely find it. Why don't you make things simple for me, dude? Like, golly, damn. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know it's here. See, once again, as I stated before, I am a professional. I promise you I am. Motherfucker. I'm in this. Man, I almost cussed out loud, dude. Oh, God. I'm gonna punch this man in his throat. Give me the announcement, because I don't want to go. I don't want to go on fucking Google like a true amateur and try to find this shit. I really don't. Or at least Hirohei has it, right? Yeah, Hirohei has it. Where he at? Where my boy? Where my boy at? And where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Where Hirohei? He's as much of a simp as me. So, I'm pretty sure he can fucking tell me. Here we go. Here we go. This is the shit that we want. This is what we need right here. Hero, hey, what you doing? Give me the news. Give In the news, boy. I swear, whenever you want something done, shit disappears, you know? Golly damn. Don't you hate it when that shit happens, you know? You over here, like, my gosh. This is fucking great. This is awesome. I love freaking, like, scrounging through tweets, like, because my brain is, like, slowly tearing itself apart, witnessing the absolute deluge of freaking Twitter. Ugh! I don't know if I said it before, but I shall, and I will continue to say it for as long as humanly possible. Twitter is a den of scum and villainy. Quite honestly, it has its uses, like all things and everything in life. It all has its uses, and even with that, it just hurts. Fuck it, we're gonna have to Google. Don't you hate researching live? But hey, it's okay. You guys get to watch me research live. Or at least listen to me research live. That's all good. Let's open this in a new tab because we are professionals here. And then let's bring this up for the first topic of today. Now then, Kiryu Coco. By far the one person who is, in my opinion, solely responsible for making sure that Hololive was a thing in not only North America, but also just the Western world, period. She's graduating. And it actually kind of sucks. Like, honestly. Yeah, I know. It is actually pretty unfortunate. But for those of you that don't know the term graduation, and there's a lot of people on the internet. There's Hero Hey, there's Rev Says Desu, you know, infinitely more popular channels than me reporting on this, especially earlier when it actually happened. But, you know, graduation in terms of the idol industry, it's basically the softest way possible of saying she got canned. Now, if you don't know who Kiryu Coco is, or at least normie hype around her, let me enlighten you. This woman right here caused an international incident. It was honestly great, because quite honestly, she did absolutely nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. The only thing that this woman did was read off her YouTube statistics generated by Google, and Google themselves recognized Taiwan as an independent nation from China. So since they recognize that Taiwan is independent from China, they have their own stats, which Coco read out aloud. This pissed off the Chinese government and Chinese sips over there. Now, disclaimer, Chinese people are not synonymous with their Chinese government. Their government is ass. Chinese people are great. Just saying. You know? They're pretty chill people. So, you know, when I say, you know, China or, you know, Chinese or anything like that, I'm saying their government. The people are great. Love you out there. Keep doing what you do. Stay safe out there, alright? Anyway, let's get back to the bad news. Because she pissed off the Chinese government and those that believe wholeheartedly in their government and the brainwashing that tends to stream down into their brains, they raided this poor girl. And I do mean they harassed her day in, day out, without stopping, without mercy. These are the people that we call aunties in the quote-unquote VTubing community. Basically, anti whoever the fuck is over there. They will harass, they will do harassment campaigns, they will dox, they will stalk, They will harass the companies, anyone associated, hit up families, the whole 9 yards, people. These are the scum of the earth. And I really do not like them at all. So they hated this woman to the absolute point to where when she did eventually come back from a break and switched over to members only streams, they bought memberships to then get into the membership only stream and to harass this woman. They paid money to fuck with this woman. Imagine the sheer amount of delusional hatred you would have to harbor from someone that you don't even fucking know. But because they mentioned a country that by all rights is independent from you, but you believe that isn't because your government tells you. Now, let me tell you something as a goddamn American. If my government tells me shit, I'm telling them to fuck off. Because guess what? I'm a goddamn proud American, am I right? You know it. The government tells me something, I tell them to fuck off and know their damn place. But once again, I'm an American. That's that American mindset. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. You're the government. You serve me. I tell you what the fuck to do, and you bend over backwards to do it. And if you're fucking lucky, maybe I give you taxes. Of course, I pay my taxes. IRS, please, for the love of God, do not. But let's get back to the point, people. After this international incident, and she came back and started streaming, anyone who had half a brain knew that out of all of the popular VTubers, when concerning Hololive and Covercore, if all of them were to graduate in any time in the near future, she was going to be the first one. Like, hands down. She was going to be the first one. That's why I'm sad, but I'm not surprised at all. I am not surprised at her leaving Hololive. It being the first one out of all of the ones to make this genre really kick off. It does not surprise me that she's the first one to graduate. Because, let's be real here, when she first came onto the scene, she was outdoing everyone at Hololive. Her predecessors, she was outpacing them in both hard work and entertainment. This woman worked her butt off to bring entertainment to the masses on a goddamn, and I might as well say massive scale. You can see what I mean. But let's be real. She was working her ass off, bringing off segment after segment, streaming at ungodly hours, damn near outpacing the dog herself, Corona. She was a legend, even among her members, to the point to where management were telling the girls that they were over here, hey, you might want to leave Coco alone. She is doing God's work. Because the thing is, and here's the thing, I don't know her upbringing. I know that she was born in the USA. I don't know about Texas. I just heard that from a friend. But I know that she was born in the USA. And I know for a fact that she was here long enough to have that American mindset instilled in her. She knows American entertainment. American entertainment is global, baby. Whether cultures like it or not, the one thing America tends to do consistently is entertain the masses on a global scale, and Coco is a goddamn entertainer. She came into that Japanese market and lit it on fucking fire. And after that Taiwan incident, she had more supporters than anything. People literally sought out her previous channel before that she was a VTuber and sub to it en masse. It was glorious. The community behind this woman is large and strong, unshaking in their faith and love for this woman. Which makes it all the more harder that right when she's bouncing back, right when opportunities are really opening up to her, and she herself has said that she has things that she wanted to do that are now going to go undone. Now, she did say in her goodbye streams and everything like that that she doesn't want, you know, um, her graduation to be brought up in other, VTuber streams and everything like that. And she wishes that you respect that and basically send her off with a smile. Be happy, you know. And I'm with that. Just let this woman go. You know, let her go and everything like that. There's a lot of people that actually have hope that maybe she gets to keep her model, maybe she doesn't. Usually, it's the case with VTubers that once they graduate or once they get canned, they can't keep their model or the name or anything like that because, her entire VTuber identity is basically an IP. It's intellectual property owned by Covercore. They're probably not going to let that go. But once again, like Hirohei said in his video, I want to say 2 days ago, maybe, this is Kiryu Coco, man. You don't even have to be in the VTubing world to like moderately know who the fuck this woman is. If you've been on memes, if you've been on iFunny, Reddit, Twitter, you've seen Coco. Like, that's just how large she is. You cannot debate that at all. I honestly wish this woman luck. If I gotta be real, and I gotta be real honest, she's been one of the main people that inspired me to do the things that I'm doing right now. Talking to you people. Doing these streams, even though, barely anybody shows up for it. But to those who do, love you so much. But serious, she's one of the ones that pushed me to do these things, to where using this persona and harnessing it to entertain the masses is not only possible, but profitable. And even more than possible than profitable, it's fulfilling. I have fun doing these things. I have fun chatting with you people. I have fun reading your comments. I have fun talking to you on Discord, So to see this woman head out when so much is ahead of her really hurts. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna rip my shirt apart and like cry in the middle of the rain like, no, she's leaving! Like, I'm not fixing to do that. I don't know this woman. Like, we don't associate like that. But I care about her enough as just a fellow entertainer and honestly just a fellow shitposter, I would say. Maybe a fellow shitposter, I don't know. But just, I respect the hustle. And seeing that hustle disrespected like this, it really pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie. So, good luck to Coco. There's a lot of theories out there and speculations as to why she's leaving, how she's leaving. There's a few that says, well, she wanted to be a manager, but she could either be a manager or be a VTuber. She can't do either or, which I find that weird, seeing as how we have A-chan. If you don't know A-chan, she's basically a friend of one of the first VTubers to join with Covercore. Like, she literally tagged along because that VTuber was her friend. That's about it. And she got in there, has her own model and everything. Now, she's not a manager, but she's more of a, like, promoter. She knows the idol industry like the back of her hand. She does God's work, man. So not only does she has a model and does the occasional stream, but she also works as a promoter. So I find it extremely hypocritical that they wouldn't let Coco do management and the occasional stream here and there as Coco Kiryu. Doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't see how that theory holds any water, but I guess time will tell. Another theory is, and man, when I tell you this is a reach, this is like fucking Luffy, One Piece, Gomu Gomu no pistol reach. But there is some speculation that maybe not, Covercore wants that China money. And because Kiryu Coco is such a apparently a hot button issue when it regards to the Chinese government and Chinese simps, it was either one or the other. They either get rid of Coco or they don't get that China money. And the thing is, there are some VTubers within Covercore that are actually moderately popular in China. The current speculation is Aqua is actually popular in China, and Covercore is hurting in funds. I believe that this is a reach because none of it makes any goddamn sense. They literally stood up with Coco. Now, mind you, I'm sort of pessimistic when it comes to Covercore's intentions, only because I won't say I have an in-depth knowledge on how Japanese corporations do, but I do have a layman's knowledge on the Japanese history in relation to China. They don't like each other. So it's one of those, if they can find any excuse to rag on each other, they fucking will. Coco basically just doing this shit and honestly not apologizing, that was a big middle finger to China, you know? So it's one of those, it's you got a big middle finger to China, and the Japanese are like, oh, we're pissing off Chinese. That's great. But also, they don't really like Coco either. That's another thing that I want to talk about too. The Japanese, as much as Coco just goddamn slays it with entertainment and everything like that, her sheer popularity going against the Japanese tradition of entertainment and the Japanese VTuber version of entertainment, they don't really like that. As much as I love Japan and as much as I love their culture, they do not like change. They do not like it when their methods do not make as much money as other methods or outsider method or gaijin methods, if you really want to get weeb about it. They don't like it. So Coco having that American hustle mindset, that American, entertainment mindset, that like, hey, you not gonna do, like, hey, you guys aren't gonna do this dirty shit and cuss and do all this stuff and talk about drugs and sex and shit. Well, fuck you. I'm gonna do it anyway. Having that mindset of knowing what the people truly want and giving it to them, no matter how bad you look, no matter how you think it makes you look bad or makes the company look bad, the Japanese do not like that at all. So it's one of those, ever since I would say she came into the picture, the cards have been stacked against her from day one, And she blew up like that. The deck was only getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and pissing off China as well. It was almost an inevitability that she was going to graduate. It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. And that's the unfortunate thing. So, we will see. My philosophy on these things is the initial action holds no meaning to me at all. It is the actions taken after the catalyst action that has meaning to me. Yeah. First Amendment, gang gang, dude. You already know, Stoops. But let's be real here. Let's wait and see what Covercore does. Let's wait and see what Hololive does. If we suddenly see, like Hololive shit popping off in China, well then we all know what we have to do. It's going to hurt. It's going to fucking suck. But if we want to preserve any sort of sanctity in this fucking community, we have to make sure that our voices is heard. So I don't know about you guys. You do what you want. Your money is your money. But me? Nah. If I see something along the lines of Hololive doing anything in relation to China, I'm fucking out. Like, I'm sorry, I'm fucking out. I can't support it with views. And here's the thing, I support this shit in a roundabout way. I watch clips, man. I watch a fuck ton of clips. You know, follow a few Twitters here and there. I support in the way that I can because I'm a broke ass motherfucking monkey. I can't be simping that hard with money. Well, I look like Gygax? Like, fuck no. But still, I try my best to support them in any way that I can, whether it be talking about them, spreading the word out as far as VTubing, and everything like that. So if I see Covercore doing anything in relation to China after this shit, I'm fucking done, man. I'm going to other VTubers. You know, the indie VTubing community, which in a technical way, I think I'm a part of, they're pretty big. They're pretty awesome. And they collab with each other non fucking stop. So if Coco had a route to basically bounce back, it would be this option. We don't know what Covercore contracts are like, so it is possible that there's a gag order and maybe she has to lay low for maybe a year or two before she can even think about streaming. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, I just wanted to get that off of my chest. She's honestly a great VTuber. Check out her streams, check out the clips, and you can see the sheer amount of talent radiating off of this woman. Hololive is practically done at this point because the thing is, she's one of the few people that was actually holding it up. She brought originality and creativity to the point to where, like, the entirety of all the VTubing girls, they play games after she introduced them to them. You remember the art craze? Well, you guys probably don't remember the art craze. You're not really in depth in this community. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But there was a point, maybe 3 to 6 months, where all of the Hololive girls were playing Ark Survival non-fucking stop, and it's because of this woman right here. Alright. I wish her luck. I honestly can't wait to see what she does, because in my opinion, now that, you know, her time with Covercore is over, she may actually have more opportunities to do things than she ever had before. You know, she has freedom. This is why I hype down on staying independent as much as possible. No overhead, no directors, no fucking chairman to tell you what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say. Fuck them. Fuck them. All right. You control what you want to do. You do what you want to do. You know what's profitable for you. You make your mistakes. You hold yourself accountable. All right. It's all on you. And that's what I support about the indie community. And that's why I think indie VTubers are going to outlive Hololive. You're right, Stoops. You're right. There's always cool stuff and lesser known stuff. Hell, people barely know anything about me. And apparently some people actually bother to talk to me every now and then. Ah! But I digress. I love this woman. Well, I just love what she does. I love the character that she represents. And my thoughts are on her as far as today and probably a few days afterward. I really hope that she bounces back on her feet, man. I really do. I can't wait to see what happens. And I would say to those that are interested in checking her out, she's, here with us as Kiryu Coco until July 1st. So we have quite a few number of weeks to check her out. So if this is your first time, checking her out, check her out, man. Watch a stream, watch a clip. You already see this little pixel image right next to my tail. So if you need a reason to watch her, I mean, there's two giant fucking reasons to watch her. I mean, damn. She knows what the people wants, and I can't wait to see what happens with her. So with that out the way, I just wanted to get that off of my chest, let you guys know what was going on with that. Man, VTubing is pretty cutthroat, like at times, especially when you join up with companies and everything like that. Once again, that's why I said I want to stay indie. I know I'm repeating myself, but I just want to drive the point home. Stay independent if you really want to get into this shit. Even if you're a guy, all right, if you're a guy with the deepest, most guttural fucking voice ever, and you want your freaking VTuber personality to be like a goddamn smoking hot chick with big ass titties, a great ass, and the voice of someone that's been smoking 40 for the past like 10 years, go for it, man. Because there are those out there. And they make way more money than me. I'm just saying they make more money than me, dude. They make more money than me. Do what you want, but heed my words. As someone who's just been watching this, been a part of nerd communities, and just watched them fall apart at the seams because of just time and letting people in. Stay indie. Stay independent. No matter how big you are, do not centralize. You will make more money, more profit, generate more happiness, not only for yourself, but for your audience, the more that you stay by yourself. All right? That's just my opinion. Just watching communities rise and fall to this shit. I could make a point about gatekeeping. I really could. I know this is a giant hot take. I'm trying to find my phone. I don't know where I threw it. I think I threw it on the ground like a moron. I did. Once again, like a moron. I'm smart, people. I know I am. I am absolutely big brained. But I know this may be like a hot take to have, but I'm just going to be real about it. I think every community should gatekeep. I honestly should. I honestly do. I think you should gatekeep as much as you can. I know, super unpopular, but monkey, how do you expect your community to grow if you're vetting each and every person that actually comes into the community? Well, look, man, sometimes people come into the community just to fuck it up. We've seen it in video games. We've seen it in comic books. We've seen it slowly happening in the freaking VTuber community, even though the VTuber community is actually doing a relatively good job at making sure the people who are actually about this community, stay in, and those that aren't are out. But I'm just saying, a community, a genre or a topic, let's just say a topic's longevity solely rests on its community. That's it. It's hardcore community, the base community, foundation. That's what keeps things alive. That's what keeps things interesting, keep things going, innovating, and everything like that. You have to have people that are genuinely interested in the community and genuinely seek to improve it in the community itself. You can't have people that are just like, oh yeah, I heard of this thing. Oh yeah, I play video games. I played the Pokemons and the Tetris. Yeah, I play fucking Fortnite. Fuck your Fortnite. You ain't no gamer. Alright? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. I am just saying. We've seen it happen many a times. You want to know why? And let me tell you this right now. Let me quiz you on something, and this is gonna blow your minds. I promise you, this is gonna blow your minds. Stoops, get ready, man. I'm gonna hit you with a left hook. Like, people listening after this stream is over, get ready. I'm going to hit you with a lefty. Get ready. Get that guard up, because you're not ready for it. When was the last time you've read an American comic book? No, we're not talking about manga. We're not talking about manga at all. We're not talking about those. We're not talking about those webtoons on that webtoon app, because 90% of them are Korean. 90% of them are Korean. You know that weird little drama that you're reading right fucking now, but with those two dudes banging in the corner while one of their girlfriends is like listening to that shit. Yeah, I know you're fucking reading it. I'm a goddamn psychic. I'm fucking monkey. I know your search history. You can't escape it. I know what the fuck you're reading. Guess what? That's Korean. Translated Korean. That's a Korean artist, and maybe 10% of that other stuff is maybe American. But let's be real here. When was the last time that you have read an American comic book? Marvel, DC, let's get into it. Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wonder Woman, the Hulk, Wolverine, X-Men. See, Bloodborne, like shit. Even Bloodborne. Barely American, I should say. Barely American. But let's be real here. When was the last time that you read an American comic book? And not only an American comic book, when was the last time that you read a modern American comic book? And I will be generous. I will say modern American comic book will be like maybe at the very latest, as far as in the past, late 2019. Late 2019. We'll say that. Late 2019 all the way till today. When have you read any sort of comic book within that genre? American. Bet you the answer is none. I fucking bet you the answer is none. I bet you the answer is none. Now, let's get to the shocking one. When was the last time you read a nice little manga? Not something that you're not something that that you were diehard fan of, like, bro, I'm part of this fandom. But when was the last time that you just read just some manga? Maybe a little bit of Berserk before you go to bed, or maybe a slice of life like me, a little bit of Nagatoro, don't bully me, a little bit of Komi-san can't communicate, See, freaking Stoofs, 8th grade, an Iron Man comic. A fucking Iron Man comic, dude. Think about it. Just fucking think about it, man. All right. Now, you want to know why? You want to know why, for some reason, you're just absolutely uninterested of reading American comics, is because you know the well-known fact that Japanese manga outpaces American comics 110%. To the point to where it's been reported everywhere. You can easily look it up. That Japanese manga, has been beating American comics consistently for the past, 3 months? 4 months? It's ridiculous. And the thing is, My Hero Academia, the fucking show, the show of the season. Like, My Hero Academia is the Naruto of this generation. I want you to think about that. My Hero Academia is the Naruto of this fucking generation, and My Hero Academia is basically the anime version of Marvel and DC. That's it. Now, mind you, I kind of fell out of My Hero Academia only because, I just could not keep up with it. It just kept reminding me of Naruto, and then I keep being reminded that Naruto is a good show. Then I keep reminded that Boruto is a thing, and then I get reminded that Naruto was a good show, and then I remember, hey, I really want to watch a slice of life. You know, that's how my mind works. And you know what, Stoops? That's fair. That's fair. Sometimes it's rare to read manga, but here's the thing. Yeah, reading manga. Okay, not the greatest, but let's do it like this. How about this? I'll put it in a better context just for you because I love you so much and you gave me $10. I love you so much for that, dude. Like honestly, that almost made me cry. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's put it in a context that's let's say a higher level than comic books and manga. When was the last time you watched a modern American cartoon? Like American superhero-ish cartoon. When was the last time you watched it? All right. I can tell you the last time that I watched an American superhero cartoon. It was last night. You want to know what it was? 90s X-Men. 90s X-Men on Disney Plus. I have been binging the shit out of that. Because one of the commentators that I watch, he goes by the name of Young Rippa. He's actually pretty chill. He's actually a pretty chill dude. But he suggested it. He's just like, look, man, if you actually want, you know, American superhero shows that actually live up to the name American superhero shows, you have to go back in time. Think about that. Think about that. You know what, Stoofs? I'll give you that. I will give you that. Invincible is pretty goddamn good. Hate what they did to Amber, and I'll rant about Amber later. Oh boy, I will rant about Amber later because apparently they did the whole ginger switcheroo. That's right, if you didn't know, apparently because I found this out too rather recently, Amber in the comics was a redhead, just like Adam Eve. And the thing is, when the show came out, you know, on Amazon Prime, they switched that to a black woman. Ginger lives matter, people. I'm just saying. I am just saying, ginger lives matter. But anyway, maybe, because woo, Stoops, man, I wish this chat freaking worked because Jesus Christ, he went in good. Don't worry, people that are watching this afterward, I will explain everything. So, Mini Stoofs went ahead and asked me if the Transformers cartoon counts. It honestly depends on which one. If you're talking about Transformers Prime, that's not modern. That's old. Alright? Like, yeah. Transformers Prime is old. Okay? Now, I want to tell you how old Transformers Prime is. Transformers Prime, I want to say, was about to end when I was in high school. I'm about to graduate college now. I've been in college for 4 years. Transformers Prime is officially old. And if you want to go behind that, if you want to go to shows like that appeared before Transformers Prime, like that's even older. That's even older. Now, Dakota, my man, this man over here, woo, love him. Goddamn, man, Stoops, you making me gag right now. But anyway, let me address Dakota right quick. So Dakota Wilson, my man, love him so much. He comes in and says, Invincible was only great because the standards are lower. Gotta be real with you, you're exactly right. Like, honestly, Like, the thing is, Invincible right now, it's only good because it has Justice League and Justice League Unlimited writing with gore. That's all that it is. It is Justice League Unlimited with gore. Okay? And the thing is, no. That's disrespectful to fucking Justice League Unlimited. You know, that's disrespectful. Hold on. Let me actually rephrase that. Invincible is fucking gargoyles with gore. All right? Invincible is gargoyles with gore. Now, if you don't know gargoyles, woo! I am showing my age because I remember gargoyles, and gargoyles was old when I started watching it as a wee little monkey. Started watching gargoyles on fucking Boomerang, all right? That's how old it is. And that's how old I am, though I'm not old at all, if you honestly ask people. But that's all it is. The writing, the pacing, the gasp, shock, horror, things are happening, major plot points, people are cheating on each other, love affairs, love triangles, everything like that. That's fucking gargoyles, alright? But just with gore. That's about it. And pop culture references. That's all Invincible has going for it. Now, the comic books themselves, I actually hear good things about. I'm actually interested in purchasing a few issues just to really see how it holds up against the show itself. But, yeah, I gotta side with Dakota on this one. He's right. The standards for American Western superhero shows are so fucking low that shit like Invincible actually passes off as fucking Oscar worthy. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Invincible is a fairly good show. It is a good show. But it's a good show in the sense of, let's put this in context. Alright, let's put this in context. Invincible is to a good show as water. Chilled water is to you running outside in 100-degree heat. Alright? Well, not even chilled water. Not even chilled water. Room temperature water. That's what Invincible is. Room temperature water, and you just got done running a goddamn marathon outside in 100-degree heat. Not even 100-degree, 120-degree heat. Alright? You're so fucking famished for anything good that Invincible is goddamn manna from heaven. Okay? I'm just saying. And the thing is, it's hard truths here on Monkey's Grotto, but it's just truths. And I'm glad that Dakota brought it up. Because he says again, right here, in Dakota's words, I only realized that because I rewatched Static Shock and Justice League Unlimited. You are right. Like, watch Static Shock. Watch Justice League Unlimited. Watch Justice League. Watch Batman, the animated series. Watch Superman, the animated series. Watch Batman fucking Beyond, my all-time favorite, honest to God. Watch Batman fucking Beyond, alright? Watch 90s Spider-Man. Watch 90s X-Men. These shows are the quintessential American superhero shows. And if you compare them to Invincible, Invincible doesn't hold any water. It's good in its own right, but it's not great. Not like those. Not like those. You know, 9 times out of 10, in 10 years, 15 years, when I'm 30, 40, I got kids or something like that, you know what I'm going to be showing them? You want to know what I'm going to be showing them? I'm going to be showing them past X-Men. You know, I'm going to show them Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series, Superman, Spider-Man. I'm going to show them that, all right? I'm not going to show them Steven Universe. I'm not going to show them Adventure Time. I don't care. I really don't care how much people stand on the side of, oh yeah, Adventure Time actually has like, some good story beats and everything like that. Bro, all of Adventure Time cannot match to a single season of fucking Justice League Unlimited. I fucking dare you to make the comparison. And the thing is, here's what people do. And I know it's old. I know it's old, but god damn it, I will go back to the point of people saying that fucking Steven Universe on the level of Avatar The Last Airbender, fucking Legend of Korra wasn't on the level of The Last Airbender. Think about that. The sequel was not better than the original. And you're telling me the fucking great value knockoff is somehow better? Get the fuck out of here. I wish the shit in this mug was actual fucking booze or battery acid so I could throw it in those people's face. Steven Universe ain't shit. Adventure Time is freaking SpongeBob with minor story plots, which towards the end actually gets fucking edgy. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Now, Adventure Time, if you isolate it by itself, it's pretty okay. I will probably put it on the level of like, that second iteration of Ben 10, not the first one. The first one was fan fucking tastic, dude. Fan fucking tastic. And man, just I would have to put Adventure Time up there with the second iteration of Ben 10. Invincible is maybe something that I would watch. Invincible is maybe something that I would watch in today's term if I've absolutely run out of everything else. Now, here we go. The chat is actually getting just a wee bit interesting over here. So, Stoofs actually makes an interesting point. I actually want to see it because he's actually back to talking about Transformers. Love Transformers, by the way. It is the best shit. Well, I won't say it's the best shit, but man, it could get pretty fucking good. But, wait. The one that combines... I know what you're talking about. Well, okay, there's a few of them. There is one show that mixes like 3D with 2D, and then like that was because I want to say it was a Japanese port. But the robot mode was still furry. Stoops, are you talking about fucking Dinobots over here? Like, the show that I think that you're talking about is Transformers Armada. Because, like, that has the 2D animation with, that has the 2D animation with, like, all the anime people and fucking all the weird overacting and everything, but I want to say that's because like the show itself is actually fucking Japanese, and the dub came out when that 4Kids style of dubbing was really, really fucking popular. It's a rather new one. Okay, I gotta think about this one. It's American? Yo, I'm shook now. Hold up. Okay. Because I know G1, I know Prime. Okay, I know G1, I know Prime. I want to say there's two after that. Like, I want to say there's two after that because there's the 3D movies. Well, the 3D limited shows that are on Netflix right now. There are the 3D shows that are on Netflix right now. And I think there was like one afterward because it was a continuation of Prime and it sucked ass. It absolutely sucked ass. And then there was Then there was the Transformers that was highly stylized, but that was 2D American, because that one came out before Prime. Then there was Beast Wars, but Beast Wars is old. So I want to say there was quite a few before that. Stu, I'm gonna need you to show some receipts, and I'll show them up on the display. I'll search it up for you. But fuck, man. Anyway, let's get back to the actual point that I was fucking making, which was gatekeeping before I digressed so goddamn hard. Communities need to gatekeep. Hot take of the century, I know, but I'm serious. Communities need to gatekeep. If you're going to allow someone to come into your community and actually be a part of it and actually influence shit, you have to vet them. I don't care how bad it makes you look. I don't care how bad it makes your community look. If you want your community to survive as long as possible, and I do mean as long as humanly possible, you have to gatekeep. And not only do you have to gatekeep, you yourself have to make content for that community as well. Whether it be a commentator channel like I am, or something like that. Whether you make a game, you write a book, you make a comic, you make an anime, whatever you do, contribute to your community more than just, roaming around on the Reddits. All right. You gotta do more. You have to do more. What you do is up to you, and I highly encourage that you find the best way possible to contribute more to your community. But if you're looking for the absolute bare minimum, gatekeep, vet, hit people with facts, all right? Say you're part of the Star Wars community, right? And you're a part of the community that are in regards to movies, original trilogy, and maybe prequels, along with the Legends books, right? If you're part of that community that keeps all that sacred, but you ain't about to fuck with anyone that's down with the sequel trilogy, you gotta gatekeep, all right? Quiz them. Talk about facts, how the movies go, plot points, everything like that. See how their opinions lie. And if they aren't about your side of the community, you got to keep it going. Now, the difference between gatekeeping and just outright rejecting new ideas, those are completely fucking different. You can vet people to see who has similar values or almost close to the same values that you have, and the people that come in, they still have new ideas on the table. But you have to be willing. Oh my god, robots in disguise? See, Stoof's over here distracting me. But anyway, let me finish up my point. Gatekeep. Hard. Be the villain if you absolutely have to. Be the villain if you absolutely have to. If there is a person in your community that is not understanding what the community is about, or even worse, is actively going out of their way to shame people for liking certain things about the community that make the community what it is, and is actively poisoning it and pushing people out and basically terraforming it into a space that conforms to them on a personal level, you need to kick them out. Everyone is too busy being the hero, and there's not enough heroes. There's not enough villains. All right? Here comes the big take of this century. No more heroes. We need villains in this world. That's just the way that it is. And the thing is, there's too many people that want to be heroes, that want to be self-righteous, and not enough people that accept reality for what it is. And not only accept reality for what it is, but will enforce that reality. If you're a part of the community is pretty wholesome, working well, but you literally have a splinter cell that's operating to change how the entire community is from the inside out, in order to change it for whatever agenda that it is, whether it be right, left, whatever that it fucking is. If they're inside of a community and are actively trying to change it from the inside out, like degrading the core values and pushing people out of it, you need to push them out. Period. That's just the way it is. Be the villain. Because villains are required in order for heroes to rise. That's how it is. You can't chicken or the egg this shit, alright? You cannot chicken or the egg this shit. Villains come, like villains appear, heroes follow, villains come again. It's the grand cycle that we live in. And right now, too many wannabe heroes, not enough villains, or even not enough villains, not enough anti-heroes. Alright? Not enough heroes that actually live by their code, that are subject from the norm. Or, in my honest opinion, real heroes, ancient heroes. You know the tale of freaking the Odyssey? Odysseus? Or Ulysses, if you're a real man like me and you actually read shit. You know, Ulysses? Ulysses is painted as a sort of ancient hero, this man that's gone through all of his trials just to come home. You want to know the first thing he does after being rescued by the Phoenicians? And they're feeding him and they're begging for his story? They straight up ask him, they're like, hey dude, you look like a man that's been through shit, alright? Tell us your story. What trials have you gone through? And Odysseus, this old, broken man of a soldier, looks the king of the Phoenicians in the eye. And he says, with no shame as fucking possible, so, this all started when I sacked the fuck out of Troy. Like, he raided an entire fucking nation, sacked it. Then he went to sea, rolled up on an island, stabbed in Cyclops' eye. The Cyclopses happened to be the sons of fucking Neptune, and basically, like, just flipped off Neptune. He was just like, go ahead, suck my dick. I'm fucking Odysseus. I am Ulysses of Ithaca. What can you do? Ulysses fucked around, and Neptune made sure that he found out. Alright, that's how I consider a hero. A hero is basically a person that has done extraordinary things. Extraordinary things. Alright? Not only in their life, but they actually managed to enact change. Alright? Usually for the better. Usually for the better. Now, the reason why Ulysses is a hero in the end is because he learned his lesson. He learned to respect the gods. But that was after he lost everything. His crew, his ship, damn near almost his humanity. He learned from his mistakes. And he trudged on home with a new mindset. Defended his home from suitors that were courting his wife and abusing his son. And took everything back. That's what made Ulysses a hero. That's a hero in my book. I don't care too much about your moralities or anything. A hero to me is a person who learns. Righteousness has nothing to do with heroism. But learning and growing as a person, that's heroism to me. Along with doing sick shit. There's too many wannabe heroes in this world, and not enough people willing to stand their ground and defend what they want. Gatekeeping is healthy. Gatekeeping can be done in a healthy manner. Just like freaking smoking, drinking, jacking off, fucking, anything that's that can be addicting in any way, including eating and including praying, all that stuff can be all that stuff can be addictive. But with the right amount of temperance and control and learning, it can be healthy. It can honestly be healthy, dude. All right? It can honestly be healthy. So that's the thing. Gatekeep your communities. Okay? Do what you can to keep your community as pure as possible and still be able to allow new ideas to flourish. Yeah, yeah, you would know about fucking drinking, wouldn't you, fucking Dakota? I got stories on you, boy. I swear to God. But anyway, let's actually get done with the topics that I actually had planned. But the thing is, it's actually funny that I mentioned mythology because that's actually an interesting segue to my second topic for today. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. Yeah. Let's open them up. Nope, that's not large enough. Give me that. Oh, nope. Let's open it. How big is that? Yeah, that's pretty big. So yeah, this actually leads me to my second topic. Let me throw it up here. Loki is out on Disney Plus. Now I'm not gonna lie to you people. I'm not really interested in watching this. Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but like fourth phase Marvel, man, is pretty fucking cringy. And the thing is, once again, it is Pride Month, people, you know. So, okay, you know, rah rah, congratulations, people. If you want to know my quick flashpoints as far as Pride Month and everything, I don't really care about it. Like I don't really care about Pride Month. But however, to be fair, I don't care much about Black History Month at all. I really stopped caring about all of these selective months for minorities because I see it as not really a giant waste of time, but no, scratch that. I think it's a giant waste of fucking time. Like, honestly, if you're interested on Black history, right? You research Black history. You talk to people about Black history. Everyone has a supercomputer in their pockets right goddamn now. If you were really interested about Black history, you would be researching it right fucking now. Email a fucking Black history professor. There's a fuck ton of them. And I promise you, they are as contentious as you think. If you approach them and you ask them, hey, I want to talk about Black history, they will flood your emails. I goddamn promise you. All right? But in my eyes, Black History Month honestly feels like a slap in the face to me. Because it's one of those, my people, the only thing that we ask is to be treated as equals. We're not asking for equity, we're asking for equality. Treat us the way that you treat yourselves. Don't treat us better, and for sure don't treat us worse. Treat us as you treat yourselves. That's what we wanted. We wanted equal rights, equal pay, equal civil rights. We wanted to be treated as everyone else. And through a long and arduous fucking journey, we finally got that wish. Finally, we got that wish to be treated as one of those. As, like, you know, an average person, an average white person. The same, right? And then the American government goes like, oh, well, here you go. Here's a Black History Month so that we can celebrate you, you know, make you feel special in your blackness. And everything like that, you know? Make you feel special in your blackness. And the thing is, to me, it's just one of those, it's like, oh, great. So, 1 month out of the entire year, everyone is somehow mystically allowed to give a shit about Black people and Black history, you know, now we can give a shit, you know? It doesn't make any sense to me. And the thing is, in regards to Black history, once again, that only opens people up to talk about race again and heighten up racism and everything like that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna drop some truth bombs on you. I'm gonna drop some hard truth bombs on you. Are you fucking ready? Are you ready for this shit? Nah. You're not ready for this. You are not ready for this. But I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm a black guy with the persona of a fucking monkey. Racism doesn't work on me. All right? Racism doesn't work on me. Full oppression doesn't work on me. All right? It doesn't work. My name is Monkey Jam, and I am a black American. Racism doesn't work. Racism is fucking hilarious. You laugh at it because it's so fucking beneath you that it means nothing. It means nothing. It's such a petty thing. You might as well diss me on what color socks I have on. I have on none. All right? That's my view. Like, that's my view on Black History Month. The quote unquote month that's supposed to mean the most to me. All right? I don't give a fuck about Black History Month. I really don't. All right? Like, to be real with you, Black History Month feels like you're just cramming my history down my throat so in that way I can somehow be mad at people or proud that I'm black. I'm always proud that I'm black. But the thing is, you want to know what I'm more proud of that I'm black? That I'm fucking me. That I'm an individual. That I think for myself. That I have my own opinions. That I've cobbled together after listening to other people's opinions and after researching. All right? That's what I like. That's what I like about me. I have more pride in me being a black person than me being a part of the black community. I don't really consider myself part of the black community, quite honestly. I really don't. I really don't. Only because my values are so outside of what the values are commonly held among black people. And sometimes I actually feel extremely alienated with those values. I honestly do. I feel extremely alienated. But the feelings of alienation are the price you pay in the pursuit of becoming an individual. And above all else, I want to make sure that my views, my personality, my beliefs are my own, you know? I don't want to adopt what's popular, what's cool, what's edgy. I want my own opinions on shit. So that's my views on Black History Month. So when it comes to Pride, I honestly just see it as like it's just another Black History Month. It's a giant national distraction. So in that way, you know, the US government can do shit behind your back. That's essentially how I view it. And the thing is, since Pride is such a rah-rah thing, all the colors, all the quote-unquote virtue signaling, people changing their profile pics to rainbows, you know, marches everywhere and everything like that. Dude, it's just wah. It's just wah. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. So the thing is, if you participate in Pride, hey man, power to you. You know, good luck out there. Have fun. Just be proud in who you are. Be out, be proud, and everything like that. My challenge to you is to keep up that energy every single day. Don't waste it on Pride. Why would you bottle up all of that energy on Pride? What makes the month of Pride so fucking special? Because you get a pat on the back from the government? That doesn't make any sense now, does it? You know? Why should you not be out and proud of who you are every goddamn day? 365 a fucking month. You know, Why are you holding it back? Be proud every day if you're really proud. Have marches every day if you want to. Scheduling a parade is shockingly easy, stupidly easy if you actually get down to it. If you're really about that rah rah pride shit, gone ahead and do it. Now the thing is, don't come at me with the whole like, oh well, you're saying that because you're a straight male. Bruh, if you see my search history, straight is not the first thing that comes to your mind. All right. Straight is not the first thing that comes to your mind with the shit that I fucking consume on a daily basis. All right. So that was just my small little rant about Pride Month. Just wanted to get that out for emphasis because it is relevant when talking about Loki, the new series on Disney Plus. Loki, I haven't watched it. I don't care about watching it, honest to God. But that's not the controversy I want to talk about today. The controversy that I want to talk about today is, him being gender fluid. Because he's a shapeshifter. I mean, let's be real here. Like, is anyone really surprised? And apparently this isn't a new thing when it comes to Marvel's Loki, because I want to say his gender fluidity was confirmed in 2014. I want to say last I've heard anything about it, I want to say it was confirmed in 2014. So him being gender fluid is not a new thing. It's not a revolutionary thing. It's something that genuine Marvel fans have been knowing for the longest of time, And the thing is, if you know a little bit about your mythology, Loki gets around. Like, Loki gets around. Not more than Zeus, mind you, but Loki gets around. And as Dakota says in it, Loki being gender fluid, it actually makes sense. The only way that you could call this a virtue signal is that Marvel is announcing this shit on Pride Month. That's the only way that you can call it a virtue signal, which in technicality, I guess you could say that it is. But, still, man, it makes sense. Especially if you know a little bit about your mythology. I'm going to remind you, this man shapeshifted himself into a female horse just to fuck around with Thor, and he wound up getting mounted and giving birth. I want to say he's actually given birth multiple times, to be real with you, due to his shapeshifting. Loki's weird. Loki in mythology is if you know anything about Loki, and the only knowledge that you know Loki of is MCU Loki, bruh, are you missing out on some fun fucking stories? Look it up sometime. Dakota in the chat himself actually has quite a few stories about this guy. this god, if you will. He's been around the block a few times, if you know what I mean. Once again, not more than Zeus, Mr. Fuck anything that moves and be fucked by anything that moves. But no, Loki being gender fluid, that makes sense. Now, it was for paying for a wall. Fair. But you want to know something in Marvel that doesn't make sense, and I believe I have the tweets for this. I believe I do. I'm pretty confident in my ability to find these tweets. Because it's an old topic. Well, I won't say it's an old topic, but it's a moderately old topic. But I gotta do it. There we go. By just some guy, another commentary channel that I follow. Always good. He always has some good shit right here. But let me see if I can bring it up. He always makes some interesting shit. There we go. Because while we're on the subject of Marvel, here we go. Hold on. Let me see it. Let me see it. There we go. Here we go. Now let me go ahead and bring this up. There we go. You guys can kind of see it. You guys can kind of see it. Let's embolden this just a little bit more. Forgive me if it's tiny. It is. It be what it be. Trust me, I'm going to be a little bit more professional with this shit. Let's see if we can expand it into words. Kind of do it like that. You guys can tell me if you see it or if you don't. I'm going to hope that you guys can. Shorten that a little bit. Put that up there. Boom. And boom. There we go. So let's look at this. Now, just some guy, once again, a commentary guy that I actually tend to follow. He actually says a very good point in response to the dude saying this stuff. So, just to give you some more added context, let's go ahead and click on this. So let's get back to it. By the name of Paris. By the name of Paris. Once again, small disclaimer, do not contact this person. Don't troll them. Don't do anything like that. We are here to analyze these points. Really analyze these points. Let's move this shit over here so that you can see my point. We're here to analyze. All right. We're here to actually talk about this shit. All right. This man says, when mutants are introduced into the MCU, I want Magneto to be African American, and his motivation all stems from everything we've all had to endure being black in America. Tell that to Marvel. Now, if you know anything about this, if you know anything about X-Men or anything in general, you would know the origins of Magneto. All right. Now, I actually used to think this until it was debunked by actual comic book pros. So I'm going to tell you guys this just in case somebody tells you this. There is a widely held opinion, and I do mean an opinion because it's not factual, that X-Men was created to be a sort of mirror, a sort of, not really parody, but analogy to the civil rights movement that was in full swing at the time of its inception. And that the relationship between Charles Xavier, Professor X, and Magneto was actually an allegory to the relationship between MLK, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X. This is a lie. All right, this is actually a lie, because the thing is, if you actually do in just a moderate, proper amount of research, I actually listen to a few comic book commentary channels because I trust them, because I watch them review comics, they read comics, they actually point out good points about comics. And as a person that actually wants to break out into the comic book industry, I'm willing to trust people that actually read the comics than the people that tweet about comics. So, once again, going back to Young Ripper, he goes ahead and says that that's a lie, only because when you actually look at interviews with Stan Lee and everything like that, the only reason why mutants are written as they were is because Stan Lee didn't feel like going into backstory. That's right. Stan Lee, the man himself, didn't feel like explaining backstories and reasons for powers, so he just said, fuck it, they're mutants. And the X-Men were born. That's literally it. That is it. That's it. That's the origin of the X-Men. All these people have powers. Why? They're mutants. And the thing is, the relationship between Charles Xavier and Magnus, them being friends, was a retcon. And Magneto being Jewish was also a retcon. An actually more recent retcon. It actually made his character a bit more well-rounded, explained it, his motivations, made him more of a tragic villain than your standard villain. But the thing is, at the end of the day, he's still a villain, because now he's not only a tragic villain, but an ironic villain, per Young Ripper's words, because I'm ripping off of him here just a little bit, because now he's turned into the thing that he hates. Him being Jewish and actually being a small child while the Holocaust was going on and growing up with that, he set out to make sure that what happened in the past didn't happen again. But in order to ensure that it didn't happen again, he became the very people that he set out to destroy, killing humans almost indiscriminately and a few select mutants as well that don't immediately conform to his agenda. Magneto is a villain. And not only that, he has a villain with actual, genuine motivations. So to not only race swap this guy, but motivation swap him as well, I mean, you might as well make a new character. You might as well make a new character with new motivations. Now, someone points out, and I hope I get this. Where is it? Because it's in the comments. There we go. By Dragonface. He says Killmonger. You're thinking of Killmonger from Black Panther. He is exactly right. You're thinking of Killmonger, dude. Calm down. You're thinking of Killmonger. That's about it. Okay? That's about it. You're thinking about Killmonger. You might as well prop him up. Give him some nice little things. And just talk about it. You might as well just talk about him. And the thing is, Jewish person, Wombat, says freaking Magneto is a representation of the Jewish community. Now, the thing is, whether or not they have pride in him, I mean, I cannot speak of that. I'm not a part of the Jewish community. Someone who's actually Jewish, practicing Jewish, and actually reads comic books, they have more say in that than I do. But the thing is, it doesn't change the fact that he is major representation for them. He is actually representation for them, and and this guy Paris, he's ripping that away from them he's ripping away a sort of cautionary tale in order to hype down about the black experience. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a fairly privileged black person myself. I'm not gonna lie about that, but let's be real here. The only sort of oppression that I've ever experienced was when I was with one of my exes. That's about it. That's the only time that I've experienced blatant racism, oppression, if you could call it that, harassment, if you can call it that. Then again, you could say that I'm built different, but I'm just saying. That was the only time that I've experienced blatant racism and was actually conscious about it. And I don't make such a stink about it. Hell, I make racist jokes all the time. My existence is a racist joke. And I'm doing pretty good if I do say so myself, So you're essentially going to rip away an established character to talk about the black experience, which, let's be real here, it's 2021. Come on, man. It's a magnificent time to be black, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It's an extremely great time to be black right now. But anyway, Paris responds, and that's fine. As a black man who has had nothing but harassment, racism, enslavement, and outright murder in this country, I like to see a villain who represents all of my frustrations too. Just my 2 cents. Once again, going back to Dragonface. You got Killmonger. What, you want Killmonger to have powers? He had a full suit. He had a vibranium-made suit. So, I mean, what more do you want? You have your representation. You have a bunch of black characters. You have a bunch of black villains in Marvel. But you want to steal Magneto, a popular Jewish white villain, and simply race swap him. how fucking original. Like, honestly, how fucking original. I fucking hate you, Dakota. I see that. Built like Majin Buu. You know what, you motherfucker? You know what? You know what? God damn it. I can't even come. I don't have a comeback for that. That was actually pretty good, especially since I'm more of a Kid Buu fan myself. So I mean, being compared to Buu, period. I mean, I'm pretty fine with that. You know, at least I'm not built like Kirby. So right back at you, head ass. Let's go. But anyway, just it makes no sense to me. You know, this shit right here, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why people want to switch characters around, race swap characters. Are we not going to talk about the ginger eraser? You know, we always talk about like, oh, we need more black people in this, we need more black people in that. They turned okay, dude. All right, now, okay. Fair warning. If you think I haven't lost my shit now, like, I'm about to lose my shit. Okay. I'm about to lose my shit. So just fair warning. If I start screaming, just give me a second. Tom Holland Spider-Man, right? Yeah, we're going there. Fuck you. Tom Holland Spider-Man. Now, if you know anything, and I do mean anything about fucking Spider-Man, you know that Mary Jane is a hot ass bitch. I mean, ooh, God. Nah, we doing it. We doing it. We are doing it. No, we're bringing it up. Bring it up. Nope. Y'all got me fucked up. We're bringing it up. Mary Jane. Yes. Mary Jane Watts. Let's go. Baddest bitch on the block. I'm just not gonna lie. Ooh, bring her up. I want a good one. Let me look at that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go. Mary Jane motherfucking Watson. Look at it. Fuck, just behold it. Bask in it, man. That is a woman. Woo! That is a woman. My God in heaven, that's a woman. Woo! Look at her. Mary Jane Watson is a bombshell redhead. The ginger with the figure baby. I'm just saying, look at her. She is drop dead gorgeous. And Peter Parker got him. Peter Parker hit that, man. You'll never know how much I have to live with that. Peter fucking Parker has hit that. Now, to be fair, Peter Parker is fucking Spider-Man. And that man has more muscles than my entire goddamn body. So, let's be real here. He deserves to hit that. But I'm just saying, fucking look at that. Look at that. That is Mary Jane, dude. That is Mary Jane. All right? Look at it. That is a drop dead luscious ginger. Oh, God. Just look at her. Just look at her. Bask in it. All right? This is Mary Jane. Right here. When you think Mary Jane, you think hot as fucking hell, redhead, wife of Peter Parker, puts up with this man's bullshit, not only in the main universe, but across the multiverse. There is literally maybe, I would say maybe three fucking times that Peter Parker and MJ either broken up, divorced, or were just genuinely not together. They are a power couple. You got this borderline model, reporter, supportive ass fucking wife that can kick ass, cause if you read a few comics, Mary Jane can whoop some ass. She is not a slouch. She kicks ass. She can take my ass too. No cap. But anyway, I'm just saying, she is no slouch. She's hot. She fights, and she supports Peter Parker with the best of her goddamn ability, while also being one hell of a fucking woman. And you wanna know what fucking Disney did? You wanna know what fucking Disney did, man? I'll show you exactly what Disney did. I'll show you exactly what she did. Yeah, how big is this? Yeah, this looks a little bit big. Is this big enough to make my point? Nah, it's not big enough to make my point. You know, not a lot of things are big enough these days. Anyway. There we go. You want to know what Marvel decides to do with this bombshell redhead? You want to know what they decide to do? They make her a half-black woman. Half black. Yeah, half and half. You're not even redhead. This is not Mary Jane. It's not Mary Jane at all. No amount of makeup. No amount of hair dye. Like, if you want to be like, oh, well, this is Mary Jane, you know, in high school, and, you know, Mary Jane has always had just a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a tan. Bro. Yeah, Mary Jane has a little bit of a tan. Mary Jane is not a mulatto. And you're damn right I'm using that. Because guess what? Mulatto is an actual fucking term. Whether it's a slur or not, it's up to the individual person. I'm black. I got a light-skinned father. I have full right to use mulatto as I goddamn please. And let me tell you, this is a borderline mulatto. But you want to know what this is? This is not Mary Jane. It's not. It's not Mary Jane. And this ain't the first time that they did it. They have been swapping out redheads in not only comic books, but also in your cartoons, in your movies, in everything. They have been absolutely eliminating fucking redheads. Okay? No one talks about it because guess what? Oh, well, we got more representation. Oh, yeah, we got more representation. We got them black chicks in here. Bro, they couldn't even commit to the reputation. They got a half and half. They got a half and half. That's literally thanking my parents for giving me a Hershey's chocolate bar. But it's caramel. This is like giving me a Snickers, but oops, it's all caramel. That don't make any sense. Fucking commit. If you tell me that you're giving me chocolate, give me goddamn chocolate. This is not chocolate. This is like chocolate. This is like chocolate milk, but it's like you're running out of fucking syrup and you're squeezing that shit. All right? This is not Mary Jane at all. But the MCU did this, and guess what? The MCU did this for you. It did it for me. It gave me representation. Well, guess what? This doesn't represent me. You wanna know what fucking represents me, dude? You wanna know what fucking represents me? Alright? This hot ass bitch. This represents me. That represents my image. This represents what I want. This is what I need. All right? Like, bro. Oh, Stoops, do it to him, man. No mercy, bruh. Like he said, promised Justice League, but gave you Super Friends. Nah, man. Nah, man. This is like you fucking promised me a crossover between the Justice League and the fucking Avengers, and you fucking and for some reason I'm watching Voltron. All right, that's how far off the mark the promise fucking was. All right, you're not even fucking there. Okay, Bombshell Mary Jane. Bombshell Mary fucking Jane. And we got a half and half. All right. Now, no disrespect. All right. No disrespect to her as far as the actress herself. No disrespect to her. She plays the part that she plays, and god damn it, if I absolutely have to admit, she plays it pretty damn well. She owns her character. All right, this actress owns her character. Like, absolutely owns it, makes it hers. It's her thing. Only she can play it. But the thing is, her character is not Mary Jane. It's not Mary Jane at all. That's just the thing. It's not Mary Jane. Just fucking saying, people. But anyway, we got one more topic. And I want to say, yeah, this will be the last topic for today. Unless guys in the chat want to give me something to fucking scream about. Because trust me, I fucking will. If I absolutely need to. Let's see. Let me make sure. Tweets and replies. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. This is what we want. Yeah, so let me click on this tweet. Let me click on to the little fuck me. Da, da, da. All right then. All right then. All right then. All right then. I got one last topic for you guys. And it's somewhat of a left field, going away from what I was talking about, but actually addressing some VTuber stuff and VTweeter stuff as well. Uh, yes, I'm going to scream about something that I like, Stoops. I absolutely promise. Okay? I absolutely promise, because this is actually something that's both relevant to me and people starting out on my level. You know? So this is coming from a new person that I actually met on Twitter, going by the name of Arius what was it? Armarchus? Arius Armichus. Yes. Yeah. Arius Armichus. I hope to God that I got that right. If I didn't, I am sorry, bro. I absolutely apologize. Forgive me. I have not had my coffee. I need it, okay? But anyway, coming from Arius Armichus, he goes and asks me as far as topics. He asked me, what about a over dependence on assets? Like, sure, it's nice to have overlays and notif badges, but they're not necessary. I ask him, okay, with my setup as Spartan as possible, as you guys can see, yeah, I can vibe with that. I understand that sentiment. I asked him for some examples, but, he doesn't really have a specific one. But basically saying, like, striving to have layouts and alert assets and, paying for premium on OBS, like, which I freaking had to do. Customizing a layout for each game or each stream that it practically, like, wipes you out and everything. Basically just talking about general stuff like that. And the thing is, to reply to Arius's concern, I've felt that. I've honestly felt that, just desire. Well, not only desire, but just borderline pressure to be like, okay, well, I gotta have banners. I gotta have, customized chat box. I gotta have customized alerts. I gotta have like freaking notifications popping off every 5 minutes and doing all this shit and making shit flashy and everything like that. And like, oh well, I don't have access to all of that because it's locked behind freaking OBS Streamlabs Prime for some fucking reason. So I gotta slap all of this money down in order to do all this stuff. It's not fucking necessary. It's really not. It's really not. I wish, and I do mean, I wish I knew how unnecessary it was for all this. But yeah, I believe it. And the thing is, all of it is marketed to you as absolute pressure. And you're watching people that, like, they've already made it. They've already slugged through having 1 to 2 viewers per stream. They've already slugged through staying at like 10 to 20 subscribers for X number of months or even years if you absolutely have to get down to it. They've already been through the trouble of being at the bottom. So of course they can afford to have all these assets and everything like that because they simply adapted to everything. You're watching people who have already reached the end goal and we're at the starting line, man. There's no reason. There's no reason. And the people who are starting out as VTubing, even what I'm doing, like some people will go out and say like, dude, you're not VTubing, you're freaking just, you only cycling through still images, popping up shit and talking, I'm not a VTuber, but I beg to differ, honestly. This is my virtual persona. This is a character that I created for the virtual world that, honestly, if I'm lucky, will somehow outlive me. If I'm lucky enough, But this is the virtual persona that I create for all intents and purposes. Whenever I turn on the camera, I am Monkey Jam. I am a VTuber. I am a virtual persona sending out YouTube videos, YouTube streams, everything like that. I'm doing the job that I want to do, And the thing is, when you're looking at people that already have models and 2D live models and, they switching up their clothes and they're making like crazy expressions and, they have all these crazy layouts, notifications, background music, transitions, everything like that. You start feeling a bit discouraged and pressured to live up to those things. And when you do try to live up those things, you burn out. You burn out real fast and real hard. And there's no reason for it. There's really not. There's not a reason for you to burn out like that, So I really do get what Arius is conveying here as far as the overdependence of layouts and everything like that. You don't need anything fancy or special. Play into your strengths, man. I'm moderately good at pixel art. Everything here, with the exception of, the background and, the Coco sprite that's dancing right there. All of this stuff, the desk, the mic, the character, the banner, I drew that. All of that is me. I did that. I made these still images. I did the hotkeys. I did everything like that. And I keep, a mental cue in my head on whether or not to switch them up to where it may not be on the level of, say, Covercore or Hololive or even, some VTubers that are in the indie scene nowadays. Yeah, it may not be on the level of them, but I'm doing what I can, So do what you can. Do the layouts, do the banners that fit you, If you're a minimalist type person that I tend to be, you don't have to do all that. Just make up for the lack of shit on the screen with, character, with personality. Be entertaining. Say a joke. Do a bit. Hit your face on the keyboard. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but just make up for it. Do what you want to do. And this is not only to art, this is not, just to Arias, but just for anyone that just happened to come across this stream and endure all the shit that I just said. Do what you want to do, because you can do it. I made these still images myself. All right. I made them myself. I'm doing this. One can say that I'm making like minimum effort as possible. I'm not. I could do more. I am doing more. But it takes time. You know? So while you're taking that time to do more, use the skills that you already have right now to get a head start. There's no reason why you shouldn't have a head start, you know? No reason at all. So get out there, do what you want. If you want a VTube and, you can draw moderately well, you can do some digital stuff, you got some money on you, you can afford some commissions or something like that, or anything really. If you really want to be a VTuber, you can find a way. You just gotta hustle, man. And you don't need to have all the bells and whistles. Do what you can with what you got. And you'll be successful one day. And if you're not, then have fun. Just have fun doing it. I have fun doing this. I don't make any money out of this. Though if you would like to give money, you can feel free to give money at monkeyjam.live and go ahead and donate to the stream. I'll take anything, $10, $5, $1. I would even take a quarter if you were allowed to give it to me. Please feel free to subscribe if that's the best that you can do, because guess what? The best that you can do is the best that I will take. I will take whatever you need to. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and do so. Click the bell for notifications. Leave a comment and like down below. Feel free to follow me at my Twitter at JamMonkey to keep up with any sort of uploads, retweets, or anything have you. And feel free to contact me whenever you want to. Shilling over. I'm just saying. Have fun doing what you want to do. All right? Don't fall into the trap of feeling that all of these bells and whistles are required, because they're not. Do what you want to do, man. And you'll be successful. If not fiscally successful, then emotionally successful. And I would say at the end of the day, as long as you don't give up your pay job, I think you'll have fun doing this. But anyway, that's going to be it out of me, people. I already set the spiel, so I'll just go ahead and give you the sign off. Join me again next Friday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Feel free to come at me at my Twitter to give me some topics to talk about next week. And until next time, take it easy, have fun, keep some music in your heart, keep on